Massive news from BlackRock coming out of the Bitcoin ETF space. BlackRock has updated its Bitcoin ETF prospectus, adding 5 big Wall Street firms as new authorized participants, including Citadel, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and Citigroup. The takeaway here is that big time firms either now want a piece of the action or are now okay being publicly associated with this. And understand, BlackRock, as well as every single other issuer of the Bitcoin ETF, already had big names listed as authorized participants, probably most surprisingly at the time, JP Morgan. It looks like more of the biggest firms want in, or more of the biggest firms now want to be associated with its success. So this is a tweet from Eric Balchunas, who is the senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg. Here's a current list of the ETFs and their APs. Up until now, Citi, Goldman Sachs, UBS, and Citadel were not named in any of these ETF filings. So they're either new or they were ashamed before and did not want to be ID'd but are now cool. Either way, this is likely a result of the ETF's mega inflows and success. If you're unfamiliar, authorized participants, APs, play a crucial, very significant role in the Bitcoin ETF operational mechanism, as they can create and redeem shares of the ETF, which involve exchanging ETF shares for a corresponding basket of securities that reflect the ETF's holdings, or exchanging them for cash. It's amazing that this is happening. And why not, right? Look at this. These ETFs have been a huge success, the most successful ETFs on Wall Street ever. All of these ETFs have just been taking in a huge amount of Bitcoin. Like they've been seeing net positive inflows of Bitcoin. It's just the only elephant in the room is this, GBTC. And you can see the GBTC outflows here. Although again, net flows are positive. Here's what I'm thinking happens in the not too distant future, because although there's been constant sell pressure from GBTC, the overall ETFs are holding up significantly well, as I showed you. So honestly, I feel like we haven't even seen up-only mode yet. Because once GBTC sell-off burns out and GBTC starts going up alongside the others, like BlackRock's, that's when things are going to go crazy. So there's just a huge impact we're seeing on the demand side. And then in about 13 days, we're going to see a huge impact on the supply side. Do you realize that this is less than 2 weeks away? Are you having a halving party? Do your friends even know that the Bitcoin halving is happening soon? Or are you gatekeeping this information? This is very significant. Now, there is an issue. There's a little bit of a concern that comes up every halving, and that's miner profitability. Because after the halving, the Bitcoins that the miners receive as payment get cut in half, and some of the lesser miners usually cannot remain profitable. Now, here's the thing. Miners are way above the miner profitability line right now. The miners over the past 4 years since the last halving, they took a bet and they're winning the bet because they're highly profitable. But after this, take a look. Like basically where Bitcoin is right now, they would still remain profitable. But if Bitcoin ever falls lower than like 63,000, miners wouldn't necessarily be profitable. Now, obviously, the miners can save up some Bitcoin to a certain extent, but they don't have an unlimited supply of Bitcoin to save themselves if Bitcoin drops below about 63,000. And the biggest miners will do okay, but it's really the smaller miners. So the question is, do you think Bitcoin stays below 63,000 for any significant amount of time after April 20th? I think everything is going to work out. It always does. It's capitalism with the miners. The weakest ones might get flushed out, but overall the strongest ones will survive. And actually, I'm bullish on Bitcoin mining in general. There is one saving grace, and many are recognizing this, but it's still very early within this ecosystem. The one saving grace for miners is network fees, particularly with this booming token economy we're seeing on Bitcoin nowadays. It's still early, but you know about ordinals and inscriptions, and Bitcoin is developing its own token economy, just like Ethereum, Solana, Cardano. And then people are recognizing Bitcoin mining profitability is different this time. It won't necessarily fall after the halving because the increased network fees could complement miner revenue post-halving thanks to the emergence of ordinals, inscriptions, and Bitcoin finance, BTC5. The Bitcoin ecosystem is growing. Personally, I'm looking for gems. I know about Stacks, I know about Bob, but there's a lot I don't know, but I like to be early into ecosystems like this, so I have begun doing my own research. You tell me, which Bitcoin tokens do you like? One that recently caught our attention is Trex20. Trex20 is revolutionizing and pioneering in GameFi built on Bitcoin protocol with multiple games and an NFT-fi marketplace and progressive lotto under one roof. We actually signed on as strategic advisors, thrilled to announce Altcoin Daily, our newest strategic advisor. With the reach amassing more than 1 million, Altcoin Daily brings informative and trustworthy crypto updates. Join us in welcoming them aboard. Appreciate it. So yeah, I thought they had some interesting things going on, just securing 1 million in funding. What exactly is it? I don't fully understand. Well, it's revolutionizing GameFi built on the Bitcoin protocol, combining a diverse library of games, an NFT-fi marketplace with lending and borrowing capabilities, and a progressive lotto system, all accessible through their native token TR20. This is a Bitcoin token, creating a one-stop shop for BRC20 enthusiasts. So this is the token standard. Hey, look, there we are. So you see they got some big influencers as well as some launchpad partners. We like Orange Decks and some big backers with their $1 million funding, 1.2. Final thoughts on this. Trex20 pioneers a revolutionary PlayStation/Game Boy inspired ecosystem, etching its name at the forefront of innovation. Built on the BRC20 blockchain, this platform offers an unparalleled gaming experience. 3 captivating games are headlining the inaugural season, seamlessly integrating the thrill of classic gaming with the power of blockchain tech. To further elevate the experience, Trex20 inscribes the games themselves onto the blockchain, transforming them into a collection of 2009 Genesis NFTs. That was the Business Insider article, and virtually a very similar write-up is on Yahoo Finance, you probably saw. Hey, Trex20 is one that I like. Orange DX is one that I like. I like Stacks. I like a couple different ones, but we're so early in this ecosystem. You tell me which BRC20 tokens, what Bitcoin-inspired tokens you like. And feel free to check out some of the games on Trex20. In other news, Base is dominating the L2 landscape. The Ethereum L2s, they're all doing well, but Base is really pulling forward. Base is leading in terms of daily active addresses with 890,000. Base transaction volume surpassed 1.6 billion, nearly 3 times as much as Optimism's. The network processed 2.63 million transactions on April 2nd. Is it safe to say it's Base Spring? And again, this is all taking place on Ethereum, guys. Not only does the biggest exchange in the US, Coinbase, support Ethereum, so does BlackRock, and even entities like JP Morgan, who have every reason to kind of hint the opposite. They're saying, JP Morgan strategists are saying that they believe that the spot Ethereum ETFs would win regulatory approval in litigation with the SEC. So even if the SEC gives them problems, JP Morgan strategists saying, well, there's no reason they shouldn't get approved in the appeal. There's no reason they shouldn't get approved now. And this is a really good take on Ethereum by Tyler Winklevoss. Ethereum is digital oil like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google combined. Listen.
The way to analogize Bitcoin is digital gold or gold 2.0. And you can think of Ether as digital oil. And so if you think about all of the cloud computing, so Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, if there was a token that allowed you to purchase compute so you could run your applications on top of those cloud providers, that token would be Ether. It's like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google combined. But unlike Amazon, you can't put your credit card in and open an account and pay them for their computational resources or storage. The Ethereum cloud computer, if you will, requires Ether. It's the fuel, it's the oil of the largest virtual computer in the world.
Cardano getting gatekept by mainstream media? Several U.S. states contacted the Cardano Foundation asking for help to build a transparent and secure voting system. Some big media did not report on it at all. Could it be that the media is deliberately ignoring this news because it concerns Cardano? I'm bullish on Cardano just because I see what's going on, and they're going to be here down the line. Cardano's treasury holds 1.48 billion ADA coins. This equates to 843 million. The ADA treasury adds ADA every 5 seconds. So Cardano is going to be here 5 years from now. It's going to be here 10 years from now, at least according to the data I look at. Hey, LA locals, get your tickets for the Altcoin Daily Roast in Santa Monica, April 11th, 6 to 10 p.m. This is like an Altcoin Daily meetup. I'd love to see you. Come hang out, have a laugh, April 11th, and subscribe to our channel for daily videos keeping you informed on the entire crypto ecosystem.